And I'm going to mute everybody. All right. So, welcome everybody to our very first class of our Dayang Qigong, brought to you by Energy Matters Acupuncture and Qigong, which is an acupuncture and Qigong studio in Oakland, California. And we have Qigong classes. So this is our the beginning of our Dayang Qigong class. So today's the first day. We have a couple new people today, and we have returning students. So we're going to just jump right in and start with a few of our warm-ups. So this is a waist rotations. So place your hands on your kidneys. Let me just put on my wristbands. So red is for the right side, yellow or lemon for the left side. And place your hands on your kidneys and now circle around your waist, a tiny rotation. This is our waist rotations. Your feet are close together on the ground. It might feel a little unnatural. We don't always stand with our feet together, but this is good for helping to improve balance. And your tongue is touching behind your upper teeth, the upper palate. It's an important position to have your tongue there as it connects to meridians. And now massage up and down and side to side. Let's go counterclockwise. You can see it's just a tiny movement, but yet it's very powerful. It helps with any back projects, spinal projects, and you're also giving your internal organs a nice massage. And now we're going to massage our middle dantian. Place your right hand on your chest, cover with your left hand, and then you're going to circle, start moving up toward your left shoulder and around. Switch hands and go the opposite direction. Separate your feet. So look down to make sure they're parallel. This helps to balance the yin and the yang of our bodies. Place your hands on your buttocks, and now we're going to circle our hips clockwise. Try to keep your head still. You're isolating your hips, and your upper body is upright, so you're not leaning forward like this. We do this 20 times in each direction. And now massage, nice firm massage. Go counterclockwise. And now massage. Place your right hand on your belly, cover with your left hand, and move down toward your left hip and around. This is called the lower dantian. Switch hands and go the opposite direction. Okay, now we're going to move down to our knees. So this is the first time that we're actually bending. So let me show you how we bend in our Qigong practice. This is my hip joint. So I like to place my hands there, push in just to remind me to bend. We call this area the gua. So bending, sticking my butt out, and that's what's lowering my back, my shoulders, and my head. So, and that allows for a straight back. Bending from the gua helps to take all the pressure off your low back. Normally, we start from our head, our shoulders, and our back. So watch what happens. I start my head, shoulder, right there. I can feel a pull in my low back. So when we bend from the gua, we stick our butt out. Notice that my head is only going down because my butt's going down, going out. And now notice how flat my back is. My head remains, the spine remains straight. The head is pointing forward. And that's how I reach my knees. So you also want to stay within your own range of motion. So if you can't bend down that far, just stop where you can bend, where it's comfortable. But we're trying to take our hands down to our knees. And now we circle our knees clockwise. We do this 10 times. And now massage, go down on the inside of your knees, around and up on the outside. You're actually circling your knees with your hands. Counterclockwise. Massage, go down on the outside, around and up on the inside. Outside to in. And now go a little deeper, lifting your heels slightly as you go down. Brush down from the hips down to the ankles. You want it downward direction only on the outside of your legs. Counterclockwise. So this is good for arthritis in your knees and your ankles. Separate your feet and brush up from the ankles to the groin. Upward direction only. Bend your knees and stand up. Now we'll do our arms. Clasp your fingers. And we're going to circle, go down, go out, up, and around. From your upper dantian, which is right between your eyebrows, to your lower dantian. And this is good for helping to prevent degeneration of your joints in your fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulders. Push up, bend back, and then come back to neutral. Go to the right and come back to neutral. And now go left. Okay, we're going to bend again. So continue holding your hands, stick your butt out, nice flat back, and then stop. And now we're going to turn our hands again. Push down, go out, come up and around, like a bicycle going backwards. Push down and up from your elbows 5 times. Turn right, push down and up. And go left, down and up. Come back to center, hold your elbows and circle, same direction. Start, go down, out, up and around. And now just hang and relax. Notice if you feel any tightnesses anywhere, breathe into those areas. Brush down from the hips to the ankles or as far as you can go. Cup your hands and pat downward. 6 pats. We do this 5 times. Bend your knees and roll up. Okay, so now we're going to do some torso massages. So let's circle. We're going to massage our kidneys. Ming Men Point is right on the spine, directly behind your navel. Life's Gate. Da Bao. So pull your elbows back. You want the palm of your hand, this is called Lao Gong. You want it to reach the side of your ribs on your seam line. And just massage that area. This is good for digestion. And now we massage the gua area right here. Good for your entire immune system. Hold qi with your left hand at your lower dantian. Your right hand is going to massage your left chest and collarbone. Good for lung and heart health. And now switch. Hold your right elbow, swing it over your left shoulder, and massage in the back. We have lung points here in this area. So this is good for colds and cough, asthma. Switch sides. Okay, right hand out. Let's do our arms, palm facing down. Start at your fingertips and you're going to brush upward direction, up to your shoulder and neck. These are the arm yang meridians. Turn your hand up, start at your shoulder, and brush all the way down the arm yin meridians. Switch sides, left hand out, palm down. Start at your fingertips and brush up the arm yang meridians. And turn your hand up and brush down the arm yin meridians. Okay, place your right hand out, palm down. Start at your fingertips, lightly go through the webbing, past your wrists and off. This is just a light, energetic massage. Start at the fingertips and go through the webbing, through over your hand, past your wrist and off. You're moving stuck qi. And this is good for arthritis in your fingers and wrists. switch hands. So the left hand is out, start at the tips, go through the webbing, past the wrist, and off. Now we're going to do our hand. So this is called the Laogong point. You're going to massage Laogong. And from the Laogong, your thumb is on Laogong, you want to trace from Laogong to the end of each finger, and you want to bend each finger back gently. We don't often massage our fingers. Usually our fingers are curled like that. We're holding on, we're doing this, or we're holding on to our phone. So really cherish this move. Laogong on the left side. And now trace from Laogong to the end of each finger. Okay, and now we're going to do a point that we use a lot, an acupuncture point that we use a lot in first set. If you make a fist, put your thumb on the inside of your fist, and you see that mound right between your thumb and your second finger, right here. Okay, massage that point. That's called hagu. This is a very powerful point, and it's really a cure-all point for anything that ails you. Headaches, earaches, sore throat, anxiety. This is an excellent point. And if you go for acupuncture treatment, no matter what you go for, this point is usually needled. So this is a great point. Okay, now let's go to the left hand. Massage oh, wait, I did that already. Okay, do hagu on the left. So if you have a headache, or you have a sore throat, or you feel anxious, you just need to calm down and relax. While you're sitting there, you could be watching TV, just massage this point. Okay, so now let's do some head and face massages. So the first point I'm going to show you is called Tai Yang. This is our headache point. So if you go to the, put your fingertips on the eyes, the outside of your eyes, and come out about an inch. Find that soft indentation. This is called Tai Yang. And now Qing Ming is 1/4 of an inch above the corners of your eyes. So place your thumbs just gently on the corners of your eyes. This point, Qing Ming, or bright eyes. So good for red or itchy eyes, for blurry vision, night blindness. Now come down to your nose, right on the outside of your nose, and massage that. If you are suffering from spring or summer allergies, this is an excellent point for that. A runny or stuffy nose. And mouth. Hold qi with your left hand at your lower dantian. Brush across your lips, above and below. Sorry for laughing, but I see a cat on Lori's lap. And switch. You're stimulating. You have 7 different meridians that run through your lips. Okay, ears. Start at the top of your ears and massage down the outside of your ears. So your ears represent your whole body. And essentially, you're giving your whole body a massage. Go down to your lobes. And now inside, using your index finger, follow the channels. Brush up, upward direction, in front and back of your ears. And now place your palms on your ears and tap the back of your head. This is called Drums of Heaven. Wash face, comb hair. So open your hands. So this is our Qigong hands, and your fingers are straight and they're separated, which allows the qi to flow. So start under your chin, give qi to your face, over the top of your head, come down the back and shake off. You're shaking off 3 times. When you shake off, you're getting rid of stagnant or sickness qi. And now we're going to do it 7 times without shaking. You're bringing in healthy qi back to you. Qigong is a healthcare practice. Bring your hands all the way under your chin, because when you start, you want to make sure you get your whole face. So start under your chin and now come up over in front of your face. Okay, excellent. Okay, so this is the first class. We'll stop here. We have several more warm-ups, which I'll start to introduce next week. But first, I want to find out who's here and why you're here. So if you're a returning student, tell us what brought you back. If you're brand new to Qigong, tell us why you decided to sign up for Qigong. Okay, so I'm going to start with Lori, and then I'll go to Catherine. When I call you, just unmute your phone or your computer or laptop, and then unmute it. Just click on the unclick the microphone. Okay, Lori.
Hi. Well, I'm back because I miss Gail and Sally and the community. And it really helps my sciatic condition. And I like that. And the movement is good. And this time of year is so much warmer. So it's giving me a good flow, so to speak. And I really enjoy it. It's a soft, meditative exercise and moving of the body.
Great. Welcome back, Lori.
Thank you.
Catherine, and then our other Catherine. Catherine Muse. You're still muted.
Is that it?
There you go.
I came back because I really need to move and work on balance and just sort of gather myself up, and this always helps.
All right. Welcome back. And she's checking in from North Carolina. Okay, Catherine Hatch. And then Diane.
Hi, I'm here because my dear friend Vicky has been telling me how wonderful Qigong is and how much she's benefited. And I'm about to be 75 and I have arthritis and I'm having balance problems and other issues, arthritis. I'm hoping that the Qigong will help me.
Great. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vicky. Diane and then Vicky.
I'm a returning student and I really like this. I understand it's a healthcare practice and I think I feel better when I'm doing it. And every time I do it, I understand a little bit more about why we do what we do and where it all goes and how it fits together. So I really appreciate the lessons and the returning people, and it's great.
Great. Welcome back. Okay, Vicky and then Sue Ann.
Hi. Hi. Um, I love this class. This class is, I do feel a community. It's wonderful how we can reach through the technology to each other. And I'm still working on my projects, and I'm looking at and understanding Qigong even in a deeper way each time I learn and do, and it really helps to do it in community. It really keeps me on the path.
Thank you, Vicky. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Sue Ann and then Sally.
Here before, and I apologize for my coming and going, but I'm from New York City and construction's going by my house and nothing works. It's amazing I could even get on. It's going to shut down, come back, shut down, come back. So I'm sorry, even though I'm trying to do it. So I've got my phone set up, but I apologize for the disappearance and reappearance because I'm glad to be back.
And why are you back?
Because it works. Because it works. It feels good. I love doing it. And I get to see you and my sister. So there you go. And sometimes my brother-in-law. I don't know where he is today, but
Okay, welcome back, Sue Ann.
thank you.
Sally is our wonderful assistant, also a Qigong teacher.
Yay. Yes. Yeah, so I'm returning also. And I'm saying the same thing pretty much everybody else is saying. I love it. I love the community. It feels good to do it. It's really good for me. And every time I do it, I do have at least one moment of oh. So that whole theme of like understanding it a little bit more as we go along is what I benefit from also.
Great. And so I'm Gail. I've been teaching now for I started Qigong 18 years ago and really didn't do any meditative practice, healthcare practice. I mean, I did a little yoga, but Qigong has really changed my life in many ways. I also have arthritis in my knees, and I just realized maybe about a year ago, because when I would hike on certain elevations, slopes, I would get like sharp pains, and I don't get them anymore. So it's not like it's curing the arthritis, but somehow I think that Qigong helps us have a different relationship to our aging bodies. So I find myself not getting so upset when stuff happens. And of course, we know it's going to happen, but trying to be more accepting and patient with the changes that our body is going through. And the other unintended surprise for me is on Zoom. We're from all parts of the United States, and how we have this sense of community just by looking at ourselves in the screen. So that's been really wonderful. And I think in this day and age, having community, and also another thing is when we age, having that social interaction and that sense of community is also really important to aging gracefully. So welcome everybody. Just real quickly, what is Qigong? As I mentioned, healthcare practice. And as I go through the different movements, I'm going to point out what the health benefits are for different moves. We're going to stimulate lots of different acupuncture points. So it's a healthcare practice. Qi means energy, Qi, and Gong means to self-discipline or to gather the energy with skill. So we're learning Qigong, we're gathering energy from the universe with skill, bringing it into our body, and we're also expelling stagnant or sickness qi from our bodies outside. I mentioned to stay, how do we approach the practice? Number one, this is a mindfulness practice. So do not worry if you can't touch your toes or if you can't even touch your knees. Don't worry about it. We want you to stay within your own range of motion. So through this practice, you are going to learn about your own body in ways that you have not known about your body. So your body's always talking. Our bodies are always talking to us, but unfortunately, we don't always listen to our body, what it's saying. So if you feel a little pain, stop there, maybe ease up a little bit. So I believe in no pain, big gains. I don't believe in that no pain, no gain stuff. So forget that stuff. No pain, big gains. You might need to modify one of the warm-ups or one of the moves. Most of the time you can find your own modifications. So for instance, when we do the arm rotations, if you have a shoulder project and it hurts to go all the way around, don't do it. Just move your shoulder. So this is an example of how to modify. Okay, so, and if you need help, Sally and I are here to help come up with modifications. What else? Staying within your own range of motion. Okay, so let's just get started. Today is the first class, and today, so this form is called Wild Goose Qigong, and some of you are from the Bay Area. In Oakland, we have hundreds of wild geese at our local lake. So a lot of Qigong is based on observing animals in our environment. So when we're from Oakland, what do we observe? We observe geese flying. So we learn to fly, we learn to drink water, we learn to fly over water, we learn to make a nest. So all these beautiful geese behaviors is incorporated into this particular form. The form is 64 moves. So in this class, which is 9 weeks, we learn half of the moves. So we're learning movements 1 through 36. The next session, which will be part B, we learn movements 37 to 64. So, and then once you learn all of the 64 moves, when you practice it all together, it just takes between 10 and 12 minutes. So once you learn it and you can put them all together, it's not a long form. Okay, so let's stand up, and I'm going to first teach you movements 1 and 64, and then we'll go through movements 1 to 7. And I always give a chance for you to ask questions after we do the practice. We'll practice the moves several times in the class. Then I give chance for you to ask questions, and then lots more practice. So the first move, you stand with your feet parallel. So remember, having them parallel is important because we're always looking to balance the yin and the yang. Our bodies are consisting of yin and yang. Yin is the soft, the dark, the slow moving, and yang is fast, high energy. So we have both yin and yang of our bodies. Right now, the season is yang. It's like lots of sun, long days. So we're always looking to balance the yin and the yang of our bodies. If we were absolutely perfectly healthy, it would be perfectly balanced. But unfortunately, sometimes we run a little more yang, a little more yin, and we're always looking to find the balance. So one way to help that balance is when your feet are parallel, that helps to balance the yin and the yang of your bodies. So movement number 1. So this is our Qigong hands. The hands are open, fingers are straight, and they're relaxed. And this allows the Qi to flow. Okay. And so your hands are at your side. relaxed. Feet are parallel. And now the tongue is important. Your tongue is touching behind your upper teeth, the upper palate. And that is important there. And throughout the whole form, it feels kind of weird right now. You'll get used to it, but throughout the whole practice, that's where our tongue remains. And it's there because it connects a meridian that goes up our back and down our front. So the tongue is important. Your eyes, you're looking out to the horizon, soft focus. So you don't want to look at what's in front of you. Like if there's a tree, I don't want to focus on that tree. So sometimes we say, see nothing. So your eyes are relaxed, which allows them to be receptive to receive chi from the universe. So relax your eyes. And now breathing. In this particular form of Qigong, you're breathing naturally. So just inhale according to your own body and exhale. I'm not going to tell you inhale and exhale. Inhale, so just breathe naturally. And that's moving the chi. Okay, so this is movement number 1. And this is how we start our whole form, standing in this position. All right, now the very last move in the form is called movement 64. So bring your arms up to the side, shoulder height, bend your elbows, and bring your fingers and your hands into your face, right at the upper dantian. So the upper dantian is right in between your eyebrows, and the fingers are not touching. And then you slowly lower your hands. You're giving chi to the front of your body. And you pause here at the lower dantian. We always pause right here. The lower dantian is at the belly, returning the chi back to this big energy storehouse. Then turn your fingers down past the perineum, and then go out to the side, hands back to the side, and then you bring your feet together. Okay, let's practice that close, because even though it's movement 64, after we practice small segments of the moves, we always do the close. So bring your hands up, palms facing forward, fold your elbows, just bring your hands in. Middle fingers are at the hairline of your face. And now lower the chi. Your hands are facing your body. Pause at your lower dantian. Come all the way down past your perineum. And then bring your hands to the side. And now bring your feet together. You can bring right foot to left, or you can bring left foot to right. That's one choice that you have in this form. Okay, so that's movement 64. Okay, so now, let me just, I just remembered, I put up 2 points that I want to show you that we're going to work on today. It's the Lao Gong and the Hogu. But let me show you the Lao Gong. Okay, so the Lao Gong, or another name for Lao Gong, is the Palace of Toil, which is a great name for this. You see the little red dot in the middle of the palm? That's called Lao Gong point. And on the side, you see all the things that the Lao Gong treats. So cardiac pain, vomiting, mental disorder, fever, and sadness. So the Lao Gong. All right, now we're going to be working with Lao Gong today. And the next one is the Hogu point, which I was talking about earlier. Hogu, the cure-all point for everything. So again, when we made that, we found that mound in the middle of right between our thumb and first finger, the red dot. This is on the large intestine.
Gail,
Yeah.
I'm still seeing Lao Gong.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. I don't know why it's. Let me close out loud going. Ah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to, I can't show it. I don't know what happened to it. So Hagu, where that bump is. So this is what it's good for: headache, constipation, diarrhea, stress, nausea, anxiety, toothache, neck pain, and shoulder pain. Okay, sorry about that. I've got to. Okay. All right. So here we go. So now I'm going to demonstrate the first 7 moves. So now I want you to just watch, and I'll demonstrate the moves, starting with movement number 1. I'll name the moves. This is called stretch wings. Close wings. Push. And set wings. Shake upper arms. Push. And set wings. Expel stagnant chi. And now we close, just like we did. When we close, we always pause here at the lower dantian. And then we move down. And bring our feet together. Okay, so that's the first 7 moves. And these first 7 moves are a beautiful way to start, because embodied in those first 7 moves contains all the elements of this practice. You're gathering chi, you're bringing it into your body, you're expelling stagnant chi, and then you're settling it back into the lower dantian. So let's stand. I'll show you the first 2 moves. We can all do this together. So your feet are parallel, they're hip distance apart. Open Qigong's hands at your side. Tongue is touching lightly behind your upper palate. And your eyes are soft focus. Again, seeing nothing. Breathing into your lower dantian. So the first thing you do, we're going to bend forward. But the way that we're going to bend is by sticking your butt out. And notice that when I stick my butt out, that's what's bringing my back, shoulders, and head down. So we call this the gua. So fold at the gua, stick your butt out. And now bring your hands down the outside of the legs without touching, all the way past your ankles to the front of your toes. And now raise your upper body till your hands come up shoulder height. Now lift your heels just a little bit as you open wide. And notice that my hands are at ear level with the palms facing the sky. So your Lao Gong points that we pointed out are facing the sky. Drop your heels and turn your palms forward. And now bring, at an angle, bring all that chi down to your lower dantian. Okay. And now drop your hands and close. And bring your feet together. So you learn the first 2 moves. The first move, well, movement number 1 is just preparing. So movement number 2 is called stretch wings. And number 3 is called close wings. Okay, so let's practice that again. Movement number 1. Open Qigong hands, fingers are straight but relax. Tongue is touching lightly behind your upper palate. Eyes are soft focused, seeing nothing. And begin. Stick your butt out, nice flat back. Hands come down the outside of your legs to the toes. Now raise your upper body slowly, letting your hands float up shoulder height. Okay, and now lift your heels just a little, a ½ inch, and open wide. Palms are facing the sky and hands are at ear level. Notice my elbows are soft, so you don't want them to be stretched out real tight. The chi flows better when your arms are, your joints are soft. Now drop your heels and turn your palms forward and bring all that chi down to your lower dantian. Okay, so that's called closed wings. Drop your hands and close. And then bring your feet together. Okay, so movement number 1. What are we doing? We're activating that Lao Gong point in order to receive chi from the sky, from the environment. And this move regulates all of the meridians in our bodies. And then closed wings, when we bring it down, we're receiving good, healthy chi from the universe, giving chi to the lower dantian. Okay, so let's just practice that one more time. First move. And begin. Hold at the gua. Hands come down the outside of the legs to the toes. Raise your upper body. Hands are at shoulder height. And now lift your heels, open wide, soft elbows. Palms are facing the sky. Closed wings. Drop your heels, palms forward. Bring all that chi into the lower dantian. Okay, and close. Okay, now I'll demonstrate the next push and set chi. Okay, so now I'll demonstrate the next 3 moves. So we just close wings. So just watch now. I'll turn around so you can see. And then I repeat that. And then I'll close. Okay, and I need to show you the claw. So during this move, we make a claw, and during several moves, we make a claw. So to make the claw, touch your thumb, find that place on your thumb. I kind of like to use the pad of my thumb, and you want to touch the first joint. Here's the tip of my middle finger, the first joint. So I'm touching my thumb on the first joint, and then you wrap all your other fingers around. So this is what it looks like. This is the claw. And what it does, the claw, it opens up that hagu point. And it makes it easier to place the hagu on parts of our bodies, which I'll show you later. So try making the claw with both hands. Touch the first joint. Wrap all your fingers around. This is what it looks like in the front. on the side, opening the hagu. Okay. Got that, Catherine? Okay. Okay. All right. So in this move, we just closed the wings. So let me just explain too. We brought the chi into our lower dantian. Now, so you pull up the front of your chest and then you just drop your elbows. When you pull up, you drop your elbows and look at your hands. They're right where they should be. Just by dropping your elbows. A lot of the movements are simple and there's a real economy of movement. So you just drop your elbows and then the hands are right where they should be, which is under your chin, and the palms are facing each other. And then you just reach forward. So we're going to start with our fingers, our wrists, our arms. And at the very end, your body comes forward just a tiny bit. Okay. And then you turn your hands back to back. And now you stand up straight. You're gathering the chi to the side. And then watch what happens. I'm going to lift my heels again a little bit. My hands come all the way back. I make my claw here. So here we're concentrating the chi in our claws and we're delivering it to our kidneys. I'm placing that hagu point on the kidneys. And now I open my claw. I drag that hagu, so I'm touching my body. I drag it to the side, and then I'm gonna drop my heels and slap my elbows to the side. You do that together. And this is an expelling move. We're getting rid of stagnant or sickness chi. And then our hands are palm up. So then we're going to repeat those two moves. You just fold again. And when you fold, you just bring your arms exactly where they are. You don't have to come in. Just cut them straight up. Turn them palm to palm. And now reach forward. First, start with your fingers. Then your arms. While you're doing this, look at the chi between your hands. And then come forward. Arms, shoulders a little, and then body leans forward a little. You don't want to go way out like that. Just slightly. And now you turn your hands back to back. Yeah, as you come through, gather. Your fingers are open. When you get to the side, lift your heels up slightly. And then go all the way to the back. And when you're at the back, then you make your claw, concentrating the chi, delivering it to your kidneys. So the hagu is touching your kidneys. Open your claw, drag the hagu around to the side, drop your heels and slap the sides of your waist. And now drop your hands and we close. Pause at your lower dantian. Come all the way down past the perineum to the side. And now bring your feet together. Okay, so let's practice that again. We'll practice twice through. I'll take questions and then we'll practice some more. So stand with your feet parallel, hip distance apart. Qigong hand, open fingers, palms facing you. And let's begin. Hold at the gua, stick your butt out. Hands down the outside of your legs to the toes. Raise your upper body. Let your hands float up to the shoulders. Lift your heels slightly, open wide, palms facing the sky at ear level. Drop your heels, palms forward. Bring all that yang qi into your lower dantian. Now, turn your fingers down, drop your fingers. Give chi to your chest, pull up. Now just drop your elbows and let your hands fall where they are. Palms are facing each other. Now you're going to reach forward. Start with your fingers. wrists, arms, elbows at the very end. Your body comes forward very slightly. Turn your palms back to back. Gather the chi. Fingers are again separated. When you get to the side, lift your heels slightly. Continue moving your hands to the back. Make your claw, concentrating the chi. Now bring the hagu point up to your kidneys. So you're concentrating it, you're delivering it to your kidneys. Open your claw and drag the hagu around to the side and slap with your elbows and drop your heels at the same time. That's an expelling move, and you're getting rid of stagnant or sickness chi. So now we repeat those moves. Just fold up. Don't move them in, just where they are. Fold up, turn, reach forward, look at the chi between your hands, body forward slightly, turn them back to back, gather the chi, lift your heels all the way in the back, make your claw, deliver it, the chi to your kidneys, open your claw and drag the hagu around to the side of the waist and down. Drop your hands and close. Pause at your lower dantian. Come all the way down. And bring your feet together. Okay, so that's the first 7 moves. Again, this is like a mini form in and of itself, as it contains all the elements of the Qigong practice. So if you do nothing else, you can just practice these first 7 moves and you're going to receive so many Qi benefits. So any questions about any of the moves? And if you have a question, just shake your hand. I can see it and then I'll do it. Okay, Catherine, just unmute. Yeah.
I'm a little confused about the heel raise
Mhm.
and how long you keep your heels up. And I was having trouble with
Okay,
with my heels.
okay, great. Any other questions before I answer that one?
Not at the moment.
Okay, Vicky, do you have a question? Yeah, unmute.
Well, it's to do with the heel raises and the heels going down. Could you say a little bit more about how it expels the chi or what's happening? I mean, it seems really powerful. I just wanted to understand it.
Yeah, okay. Anybody else have questions? So, oh, yeah, Diane.
My question is, in the back when we have our claw and then we open the claw, why do we open the claw?
Because we're releasing the chi. It's concentrating. Here we concentrate it. We're delivering it. Now it's open. We're releasing it into our kidneys. And we're dragging the hagu around.
Oh, okay. So kind of like we opened the package.
Yeah. And the chi flows out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so getting to Catherine's question. So we come out, we lift our heels, we keep the heels up if you can. Remember, stay within your own range of motion. So if you can, and it's not real high, so I say half an inch at the most, just a little bit. So the majority of your foot is down. And you keep the heels up, you make your claw, the heels are still up, and then you drag around and they come down. This is when you expel, that's when your heels come down and your elbows slap the side of your waist. So they're up quite a bit as you come around. They're up, and down. And this is also good for balance. So one of the benefits of Qigong is balance. So having your heels up. Now, that being said, if you're still working on your balance, or you feel kind of like this, and we slap our elbows to the side, we're vibrating the energy in the liver, in the gallbladder, in all of our organs and their meridians. And that movement is it's also expelling sicknesses from our bodies. Okay? These movements, number 6 and 7, one of the benefits is that it treats pain in this area, rib cage pain. It's good for liver, irregular menstruation, gallbladder issues, mastitis, fibroids. There's a lot of benefits to just this move, expelling, getting rid of sickness chi. Okay, so let's practice these 7 moves again. So I'll review. In the beginning, when I narrate the moves, I tell you exactly where the hands go, what's happening, and I give a detailed instructional information. As you start to practice, you won't need all of that, the detail, and then I'll just transition over to just naming the names. So then I'll just say stretch wings or close wings. Okay, but right in the beginning, I always tell you exactly what to do. So movement number 1, stand, your hands are at your side, open Qigong hands. Reminder about the tongue behind your upper teeth. And let's begin. Hold at the gua, so stick your butt out. Hands come down the outside of your legs to your toes. Raise your upper body, let your hands just float up to the shoulders. Lift your heels slightly. Open wide, palms are facing the sky. Now drop your heels and turn your palms forward. Bring all that chi into your lower dantian. Drop your fingers, so this is important because then you're giving chi to the whole front of your body. Pull up. When you get to around the collarbone, just drop your elbows and look at your hands right where they should be. Reach forward with the hands, wrists, elbows, looking at the chi in between your fingers, and then the body comes forward slightly. Turn your palms back to back. Gather the chi. When your hands are at the side, lift your heels. Bring the hands all the way to the back. Concentrate the chi and deliver it to the kidneys. Now open your claws. Drag that hogu point around and expel stagnant chi. Repeat that move. Just fold at the elbows, straight up, palm to palm. Reach forward, looking at the chi. Body forward slightly. Turn your hands back to back. Gather the chi. Feel the density of the chi. Lift your heels. Hands all the way to the back. Make your claw. Deliver it to your kidneys. Put that hogu point on your kidney. Open your claw. And shake. This is the name of the move. Shake upper arms. Drop your hands. And close. Okay, any other questions? Those are excellent questions that you asked. Any other questions? Vicki, are you gonna ask?
Mute is a challenge. I can feel, so when you're closing and a couple of times, I can really feel the lao gong. If the lao gong is moving down the front, can you say a little bit about that? It's powerful.
It is powerful. This is the point that we receive all the yang chi. So here you receive all the sky chi, the yang chi, through this lao gong point. So when you first to experience the physical sensation, this is often where you feel it. Now, don't worry if you don't feel anything, but just know that it's there. Don't beat yourself up if you don't feel the chi, but you know the chi is there. Some people feel it, some don't. But yeah, this is often the first place that you feel it when you bring it in.
And then when you're bringing it down, you're bringing it down the meridians down to the lower dantian.
You're not touching, but it's facing your body. First, you're facing your
So
face,
it's facing like, yeah, your face.
then your chest. And this is where we pause. The lower dantian is our biggest energy storehouse. So this is pause before we close. We pause here to maximize the chi into our storehouse there.
Because that's where we keep it and
That's
restore it.
we store it and we use it when we need it. So if you're stressed out, if you're sick, you have extra chi to draw upon. When I went, my mom was in the process of dying, and I went for an acupuncture treatment. And Kirsten, the owner of Energy Matters, was giving me a treatment. And she said, your chi is totally depleted. And I was going through just a lot of stress. And she could tell from just doing my feeling my pulse. That's how acupuncturists do. They feel your pulse and they can feel which meridians are lacking in chi, which ones need to be replenished. So I just never forgot that. And yeah, so there's times in our lives that we really need more chi. And the more chi we have stored, this is our storehouse, the more that we're gonna stay healthy. Okay.
Thank you.
Good questions, very good questions. So I'm going to introduce in this form, we have 3 styles of meditation. I'm going to introduce you to sitting meditation. So grab a chair or a stool. It's best if you have a chair that doesn't have arms on the side, because we're going to close and all that. So I want you to sit on the edge of your chair so your perineum is not compressed. Look down, make sure your feet are parallel and your knees are perpendicular to the ground. This is all hip distance apart. And your hands, that Lao Gong point on the palm, is going to rest about 3 fingers above the top of your knee. The Lao Gong sits there toward the lateral side, toward the outside. You can see my hand. It's not right on the top, it's out on the outside. And then open the fingers and let the thumbs just fall where it feels natural. So the hand position is important, because by having our hands here, the chi is flowing throughout all the meridians in our bodies. So when we meditate, the chi flows through all the meridians. And when we do a silent meditation, the quieter it is, the faster the chi moves. All right. So I'm going to just walk you through it. I'll just give verbal instruction and you can just follow along. So again, a reminder, you're breathing into your lower dantian. Tongue is touching lightly behind your upper teeth. So drop your hands to the side. Bring your hands up, palms forward, just like we did. Fold at the elbows. The middle finger is at your hairline. And now give chi to your face. Palms are facing your body. As you pass your face, close your eyes. Let your hands come all the way down the front of your body, their chest. Now touch the thighs and slide them so that your Lao Gong point is toward the outside above your knees. A good rule of thumb is to place your hands in the right position. Your fingers should be cresting the tops of your knees just slightly. Okay, this is our position. So now just with your eyes closed, just breathe silently. We try to clear our mind, which is sometimes really difficult to do. So one way to help that is to focus on your breath. As you breathe in, just notice the inhale and notice your exhale. And that will help to clear your mind. So now to close, keep your eyes closed and bring your hands together and rub up and down 7 times. Place the heels of your hands lightly over your eyes and circle outwardly 7 times. And now bring your fingers with the fingers open under your chin. Wash face, comb hair. So bring your hands up in front of your face, over the top of your head, come down the back, and bring them together again. And now open, come up. We're going to do this 6 times. That's 6. And now on number 7, come up. As you come up, open your eyes. Down. And close, drop your hands. Come up shoulder height. Fold at the elbows. Bring the chi back, down. Settling it into the lower dantian. Place your hands on your knees. Now just fold forward. Notice that you're folding at the gua. Hold your elbows. We're stretching out our back and our low back. And sit up again. So that ends our first class. Wonderful class. Just a reminder, in your inbox, probably today, you'll receive the information on how to get onto the student portal. So that will have the videos of today's class. And you'll get, if you want to do the whole class again, you're certainly welcome to. In addition to that, you can also find, if you scroll down to on the videos, you'll find just today's lesson, movements 1 through 7. I'll do it silently, and then I do instruction. So that's going to take like 2 minutes. So if you just want to practice the moves, that's all there. Okay. And we recommend, sometimes it's good after this class, just do those moves on your own. Try to do it. That helps to retain what you learned today. Just a little bit of practice. So as our teachers would say, practice, practice, practice. Okay. Great to have you here. See you next Wednesday.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good to see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Hey, thank you. I won't see you next week, but I'll see you the week after.